Hello, Aquarius. So before we begin your reading, I pulled two cards for you, one from Lay Vampire and one from Chakra Wisdom. And I love what you pulled here. This is fantastic. So from Lay Vampire, you pulled Anti-Hero. Maverick, Risk Taker, Rule Breaker. This card says that you are showing the rest of the world that those that do good for others are not always going to fit into a cultural code. You were put here for a reason. And you are so needed. And with Aquarius, yes, yes, yes. And from Chakra Wisdom, you pulled Enlightenment. This is about finding the path to enlightenment. This is the reluctant sage and needing to take some time alone to reflect and tap into your intuition. And looking at the two, I truly believe that Aquarius will be responsible for the awakening and the enlightenment of many. So yes, keep doing what you're doing because what you're doing is going to help the rest of the world. Okay, Aquarius. Here's the energy coming through. The Two of Cups. So not only are you changing the world, but you are having an emotional bonding with another person. This being the signifier suggests to me that this reading may be centered around a relationship. So it's so nice to see because I'm so used to the Tower popping up over and over and over again. So I'm hoping that this is going to be a very pleasant reading. No major shocking changes going on. And in the past, the Eight of Wands. So this is happening quickly. The Eight of Wands is all about a fast-moving situation. This is information coming at you quickly. But this is also about grounding your dreams to earth. And looking at the two, it's like a fast relationship. Wow. In the present, Justice. Justice is all about making amends for past wrongs. Whether it was wrongs that you have done or that others have done to you, but there will be balance. So in the present here, you know, and you look at Justice in the Two of Cups, it's like needing to find balance with this relationship. It may be happening just a little bit too quickly. And, you know, again, there's this need to make amends for past wrongs. And I'm wondering if you're feeling like you need to make amends involving a relationship. Yep. Future conditions. The Queen of Pentacles. So the Queen of Pentacles could represent an earth sign. This is somebody who is very in tune with themselves and their surroundings. She knows how to work with what she has. And she appreciates the beauty that is surrounding her. Now, looking at these two, this definitely suggests a relationship. And I feel like there's this need to make amends in this relationship. Or at least be able to make amends with your past before continuing on this. Because with that Eight of Wands, it's like it's quick. This is happening really fast. And this son of a... Oh my goodness. The Tower. Now, this is a little bit different because of the position that it's in right now. So the Tower. The Tower being in your best path to follow is telling you that you need to get rid of the limiting thoughts and beliefs that you may be carrying. And I feel like it has to do with what you're carrying as far as a relationship goes. And I just did a reading that was very close to this. If you're looking at creating a relationship in your life right now, you cannot go into this relationship carrying the junk that you've held before. Because clearly it didn't work so well in the past if you feel like you're needing to make amends for it. And if this relationship is happening quickly, you definitely want to rebuild a better foundation here. Because if you go into a new relationship and you still carry the things that blocked you before from having this emotional bonding, it's just going to create the same of what you had before and this feeling of needing to make amends for the past. And you don't want to do that. So the Tower is your best path to follow, is telling you that you need to get rid of any limiting beliefs or thoughts that you have, especially surrounding a relationship. Especially, too, if this is something that you're wanting to manifest in your life. You can't do that if you continue to hold the same beliefs, because you're just going to see the same types of relationships over and over and over again. And in your environment, that is beautiful to see. The Ace of Swords, this is clarity of thought and seeking truth. So you're clear on what it is that you want. And the aces, again, have to do with good opportunities coming through. And clearly, with that Two of Cups, it's a want to have an emotional bonding with another person. But it's like you need to create some balance in your life with the way that you think and the way that you believe about relationships. And, this time, though, there's clarity. There is clarity there. You know what it is that you want. Look at the twos. This, to me, is saying an emotional, for crying out loud, an emotionally bonding relationship that is active. The Two of Wands actually goes back to the Magician. So the Magician is connected with the Aces, but we can sit and think about doing something great all we want, but if we don't take action, it may never manifest in our lives. So the Two is where the action starts to take place. Now, looking at it from the relationship standpoint, the Two of Wands talks about creative and romantic partnerships. So, looking at that, to me, when you are getting rid of the limiting crap that is holding you back from having this emotional bonding with this person, it's like you're taking the action that's needed to clear it up and make amends for whatever wrong you've done before so that it doesn't continue to manifest. And again, the Ace of Swords, it's clarity of thought. You know what you want. And you know what you want to have. And you're taking that action to have that in your life. But again, with the Tower being the best path to follow, you really want to get rid of anything that is going to create the same feelings that you may have had in the past. Because you don't want to block yourself from having this experience. Shit. Shit. The Magician. Oh my goodness. The Magician. He has the sign of infinity above his head. He is pointing to the heavens and the earth, saying, as above, so below. He has all the suits on his work table. This is pulling from the divine source, that one, the light, and bringing it down to earth to create something in your life. And clearly what you're wanting to create is this bonding experience with another person. And, I feel like this person is wanting the same thing. It's like aligned here. But, and looking at the oracle cards, definitely, if you are on that path right now of enlightenment and you are trying to share that with the rest of the world, absolutely, please don't stop. Forget about what the world thinks about you, because truly what they think does not matter. You may not fit into their image of somebody that has the ability to do good for others, but screw that. Yes, you can. But, you know, in the reading, though, I feel like it's separate. This may be who you are, and you're creating these wonderful things. But with this here, yeah, I feel like what you're wanting to create is that relationship. But again, you need to get rid of that limiting crap before you move forward with this. Because if this is something that's happening quickly, it doesn't leave you a lot of time to get rid of this crap. And again, enlightenment talks about needing some time to reflect and trusting your intuition. And truly, we find enlightenment when we take those moments to look at what our beliefs are doing to us. Are they serving our purpose? The Tower is saying no. It needs to be done. It needs to be gone so that you can have something better. And clearly you already know what you want. And you're going to take the action to go after it. And the Magician, that's no joke. That's creating something really big. And I like the way that he kind of ties in with Anti-Hero. Because again, that card speaks about the fact that you are put here for a reason and that you are needed. And what you create can help the rest of the world. But there's another part of you that's wanting some emotional fulfillment here as well. I really like the way that this reading came out, and I love the oracle cards that you pulled. So with Anti-Hero, you are doing good. Even if it's on a very small scale, you are doing something really good for the rest of the world. Even though you may not be recognized for it because you may not fit that description that society has of a hero, you're still doing the right thing. And you are on the path to enlightenment. Now, when you look at this with the reading, the Tower being in your best path to follow is a little different. This is like the universe telling you that if what you're wanting to create is a bonding experience with another person, you cannot go into it with the same thoughts and beliefs that you had before. So, for example, if what you're wanting to create is a wonderful relationship and you go into it with the thoughts that you had before of, I always get my heart broken, or I'm always misunderstood, or I'm always left behind. If you go into it with those beliefs still embedded in you, that is what you will continue to manifest over and over and over again in your life. You need to get in there, dig that junk out, and get rid of it. That Tower needs to come crashing down. You have to take a look on the inside. And again, with enlightenment, it's saying that you need to take a reflective moment and trust your intuition so that you can be led down that path to enlightenment. And it's like you're wanting to have it quickly. You're wanting to have it really quickly. You're willing to take the action to do what you need to do to have this wonderful experience. But again, if you don't uproot what has caused heartache before, it will continue to happen again. And I think that's why justice is sitting here, because it's saying that you need to make amends for past wrongs. And whatever wrong has been done to you will be balanced as well. But there definitely needs to be a balance with what you're wanting to create and what you hold to be the truth, because truly it was built on a false foundation. You can build something better than what you had before so that you can experience this relationship here.